The past years in IPSF have allowed me to discover my love for the Federation, for the development of our members, as well as enjoyment of secretariat roles. It is through my commitment as the IPSF Secretary General that I will bring this passion to the good of the Federation and to join you all in fostering the students of today to be proud pharmacists of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you for the motivation video. Now the floor is open for discussion. First, we have Asep Algeria.
Test. So I've got as Bulgaria. Thank you for your nomination and your motivation. You mentioned in your plan the fact that you'll be supporting advocacy in IPSF. Could you be more specific about it and present maybe some of your plans for this specific target? Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have confirmation the nominee listened the question?
Certainly, Section nominee. Apologies, I think technical issues and I missed the question. Am I able to get a clarification of the question, please?
Can I have clarification, Asepa? Could you please repeat?
I repeat question.
Yeah.
So I've got as Bulgaria. So you mentioned in your nomination the fact that you'll be supporting advocacy. Can you tell us what are the main objectives of this plan? Can you be more specific? Thank you.
Can I have confirmation the question is good?
Certainly, Section nominee, yes, I confirm that I have heard the question clearly. May I have the floor to answer the question?
1 minute, please. I think we have technical problems. The nominee cannot listen good the question. She can? It's good? It's good. So, please, go ahead.
Thank you for the floor. This is certainly Section nominee. So in terms of advocacy, I believe that belongs mainly with the portfolio under the President as well as the peer-elect and the advocacy coordinator and the PH portfolio as well. However, with the background that I bring in advocacy from my regional secretarial, I believe that I can provide support in those areas where necessary, although it is not my main area as mandated by the official documents.
Thank you for the answer. Next, we have IPSF Portugal.
Joana, IPSF Portugal, thank you for your application. You mentioned updating the RI preparation guides. So we want to ask you if you had any issues with these documents during your time as secretary in April, or if you believe there is something missing now. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Sue, please.
Thank you for the floor. This is certainly Section nominee. Thank you so much for the question. So the RA preparation guides have been actually very, very helpful in my RA preparation as the regional secretary. However, I believe that there are always updates to be made, especially with the changes that we have been going through in the online RA pandemic era. So incorporating elements of online RA preparation and organizations, which slightly differ in terms of logistics to offline and face-to-face RA, as well as consulting regional secretaries to fine-tune the sort of timelines that are suggested by the guidelines as well, to make sure that it is up to date with the current situations in IPSF would be the things that I would consider in updating the documents. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer. Next, we have IPSF Switzerland.
Hello. Okay. Valentine, IPSF Switzerland, thank you very much for your application. Our question is regarding the deadlines that you will set for your peers in the EXCO, because this year we have seen that several EXCO members have handed in monthly reports and also the reports too late. And we wanted to ask you what your strategy would be to ensure that everyone sticks to the deadlines. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Sue, please.
Thank you so much, Celine, for the question. This is certainly Secretary nominee. So I think there are various ways to intervene and to enforce the deadlines to make sure that it is promptly submitted. One is firstly to analyze the situation and the factors that have contributed to the delays in the previous mandates, and consulting, especially at the beginning of the mandate with the EXCO team, along with the president and president-elect, to manage their expectations and also to set expectations and what are realistic expectations for our EXCO, whether that be giving notices much in advance than what we are giving now, or in terms of the deliverables that they're expected to deliver by the date. But consulting with the team and setting realistic expectations and acknowledging that everybody has different needs would be the approach that I will take.
Thank you for the answer. Next, we have BPSA.
Hello. Daniel, BPSA UK and incoming IPSF Euro Secretary. So I just wanted to ask, how do you plan to integrate all of the work that the regional secretaries will do together, making sure that they work together collaboratively, but also don't lose motivation throughout the year? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Sue, please.
Sunni Section nominee, thank you so much for the question and congratulations on your election. So I think in this mandate, I have noticed that through the CWC, the regional secretaries were able to meet each other, work with each other and bond. And through those connections, we were able to share sort of our challenges and help each other out, as well as having the support of the CWC parliamentary coordinator and the SecGen. Taking this one step further, I think maybe establishing a network of the regional secretaries on its own, facilitated by the SecGen, would be a good step in going forward, which would boost morale, keep each other supported and motivated, because it's nice to have somebody empathizing and supporting your work. And also standardizing and streamlining the work that the regional secretaries do across the different regional offices where possible, so that we are able to more effectively support this on a regional level.
Thank you for the answer. Next, we have IFL Portugal. Dropped. IPSA Lebanon.
Maria Onsi, LPSA Lebanon. So thank you so much for your presentation first. So as in your plan, there's stated completion of the IPSF online library project in partnership with CWC Media and Publications team and KNPSV Netherlands. So this specification of one member organization, LPSA would like to know more about the cause or the etiology about it, around this. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Sue, please.
Only section nominee, can I just get a clarification? Is it just regarding the aspect of why we have specified one member organization, or is it more details regarding the entire initiative?
Clarification, please.
Maria Onsi, LPSA Lebanon. Our question is, why is it specifically a one member organization rather than, for example, IPSF team? Thank you.
Thank you. Sue.
So me, section nominee, thank you for the floor and thank you so much for the question and clarification. So the specification of one member organization, which is Netherlands, is actually quite justified. As you can see from our previous SecGen's annual report as well, this member organization was specified. And that is because mainly because IPSF is a non-governmental, non-political, non-religious organization that is bound by Dutch regulations. We are based with our headquarters in Netherlands as well. With that being said, we also have some of our hard copy documents and archive things that need to be archived in the Netherlands, and therefore we need support of the member organization of that country in establishing the IPSF archives. I hope that has answered your question.
Thank you for the answer. Next, we have IPSF Algeria.
So I've got IPSF Algeria. Thank you for your previous answer. As you know, it is within the tasks of the Secretary to establish deadlines and collect monthly reports, monthly updates, and EM1, EM2s, and especially the yearly annual report. What would be your plan of action to counter the late submissions or non-submissions, since there's been quite many this year? Thank you.
Thank you for the question, Sue.
Certainly, Section Nominee, thank you so much for the question. I think this is, again, going back to the previous question that I have answered. But in adding to my answer to the previous question, I think maybe clarifying and enforcing what the consequences are of late submissions, what they mean, and how they impact perhaps our responsibilities as EXCO and IPSF team and our reputation would also be an important step in, I think, enforcing the promptness of our submissions, especially in the EXCO. But yeah, again, as the previous question, enforcing acknowledging and respecting different people's needs and what are realistic deliverables would be a essential approach to addressing this issue.
Thank you for the answer. We have a procedural motion raised by ASEP Switzerland.
Valentine ASEP Switzerland would like to propose a procedural motion to close the floor for discussion. Thank you.
Can I have a seconder? Seconded by KNPSB, the Netherlands. Those against the motion? Carried unanimously. Thank you so much, Sue, for your application. Now, close discussion. We are going to move to close discussion. So, all laptops closed. Doors closed, please. Can I have scrutineers on the doors?